The Bucks take on the Pacers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off on Monday, November 3rd, 2025. Milwaukee's -6, totals 235.5. We're 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on my premium page. Just 6 cents a day to sign up for that package. The Bucks are 4-2 on the season. Indiana just 1-5. The Pacers allow over 121 points per contest. They've been pretty horrible underneath the basket. And he's currently dead last in defensive boards per game. And they're facing a Bucks team on the other side who's had little problems getting to the cup. Milwaukee's leading the NBA in offensive field goal percentage. They're also shooting it pretty well from long range. The Bucks are making nearly 41% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Rollins and Green, over 40% shooting from three-land combined. Giannis Antetokounmpo is averaging 34 points per contest himself. And speaking of Giannis, he's been upgraded to probable. I know a couple of you guys out there probably been worried about his status. Well, having some knee problems, but definitely looks like he's a go here for today. Upgraded to probable. Meanwhile, for the Pacers on the other side, Dennis and Furphy are questionable. Nembhard, Toppin, Mathurin, Jones, and McConnell still out for them. Pacers with overs in 2 out of their last 3 at home. Bucks with overs in all of their contests this season, except for 1. I like Milwaukee -6, over 235.5. Next game, Timberwolves Nets, 7 o'clock East. Minnesota's -8.5. Total is 229 and a hook. The T-Wolves are 3-3 on the year. Brooklyn's 0-6. The Nets are currently in the bottom 10 in points per game, having a tough time creating second chances. Brooklyn's in the bottom 3 in offensive boards per game, and we're looking at a T-Wolves squad who really tends to shut things down late. The T-Wolves are in the top 3 in fewest fourth-quarter points allowed. And out of their last 10 meetings with the Nets, they've held Brooklyn to just 106 points a game. Now, injury-wise, Anthony Edwards is out with a hammy for Minnesota. Powell, Wolf, and Highsmith battling injuries for the Nets. Brooklyn with unders in 2 out of their last 4. T-Wolves with unders against the likes of Charlotte and Indy. Give me Minnesota -8.5. Under 229 and a hook. Jazz, Celtics, 7:30 East. Boston's -11, totals 233. Now, Boston's just 3-4 on the year, struggling on the offensive end of the floor. The Celtics are making just 43% of their field goals as a team, bottom 5 in points per contest. They're facing a Utah team who's doing some nice things on the defensive end of the court. They're in the top 10 in defensive field goal percentage, doing a nice job rebounding the basketball as well. When it comes to the total, the Jazz saw their last 3 straight on the road stay under the number. Boston with unders in 3 out of their last 4 themselves. I like the Jazz +11, under 233. Wizards, Knicks, 7:30 East. New York's -12, totals 235. The Knicks took the loss in 3 out of their last 4. Failed to cover in all of those games except for 1. New York's currently in the bottom 10 in points per game, shooting only 42% from the field. Meanwhile, the Wizards on the other side, well, they suck. Real bad. As youngsters would say, they're ass. And I've got no reason to back them. I just think a dozen points is a lot to lay for a Knicks team who really isn't clicking at the moment. And once again, this is a pure fade of the Knicks. I in no way support any of you placing your hard-earned money on the shitty Wizards to cover 12 points, but we are fading the Knicks in this spot. Chris Middleton's questionable for the Wizards. Keep an eye on him. Washington with unders against the likes of Orlando and Dallas. New York with unders against Miami and Boston. Give me, reluctantly, the Wizards +12. Under 235. Mavericks, Rockets, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Houston's -12.5, totals 225. Houston's 3-2 on the year. Dallas just 2-4. The Mavs are averaging fewer points a game than any other roster besides one. 32% shooting from outside the arc. They're facing a Houston squad who's done a nice job on the defensive end of the floor. Top 10 in fewest points allowed, grabbing more defensive boards than any other team besides one. Jabari Smith and DFS, they are listed as questionable for the Rockets. Keep an eye on those guys. Meanwhile, for Dallas on the other side, Lively and Exum are out. Anthony Davis battling a calf injury. Keep an eye on him. Dallas games went 4-2 to the under this year. Unders against the likes of Indiana, OKC, and Washington. I like the Rockets minus 12.5, under 226. Pistons, Grizzlies, 8 o'clock East. Detroit's 4.5, totals 237. And as good as the Pistons have looked, they've definitely had some struggles shooting the basketball. They're in the bottom 10 in shooting from the field, making just 75% of their attempts from the stripe. They've also struggled with Memphis in recent meetings. They averaged only 103 points per contest during that time frame. Just 1-9 against the point spread in those head-to-head contests. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. And they're facing a Memphis squad who covered this year against the likes of Indy and New Orleans. Jerome, Pippen, and Clark are still out for the Grizzlies. Sasser's out for the Pistons. Harris is questionable. Detroit with unders in both of their road games this year. The Grizzlies with unders in their last 3 straight themselves. I like the Grizzlies plus 4.5, under 237. Kings, Nuggets, 9 o'clock East. Denver's minus 11, totals 236.5. Denver's 3-2 on the year. Sacramento just 2-4. Kings are definitely having some issues on the defensive end of the floor. Their opponents are making 50% of their field goals against them. They've also been shaky underneath the rack. Bottom 10 in defensive boards per game. They're facing a Denver team who's currently the best free throw shooting squad in the NBA. Also in the top 5 in points per game. Jamal Murray leads the team in scoring. Nikola Jokic with 14 boards, 20 points a game himself. Now, injury-wise, Carter, Schroeder, and Levine are questionable for the Kings. Malik Monk's been scratched. I like the Nuggets minus 11, over 236.5. Lakers, Blazers, 10 o'clock East. Portland's minus 3, totals 234. And both squads off to a real nice start despite some injuries. Little problems for either team on the offensive end of the court. For Portland, they've definitely shot it well from the foul line, averaging over 121 points a game. Danny Avdija averaging over 22.5 points per contest. Jeremy Grant shooting 41% from downtown. And they're facing a Laker club who's done a nice job getting to the basket. They're making over 52% of their attempts from the field. Austin Reeves is scoring 31 points a game, averaging nearly double-digit assists per contest as well. And Rui Hachimura is drilling 44% of his attempts from three-land, 15 points per contest for him. Now, injury-wise, Vincent and Kleba is still out for the Lakers. DeAndre Ayton's battling some back problems. Meanwhile, for Portland on the other side, Thibault and Henderson still out for them. Portland games went 4-2 to the over this year. Lakers with overs in all of their contests except for one. When it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as today's daily best play on my premium page here today. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, I like the over 234. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Going to be in that Heat Clippers matchup, 10:30 Eastern start. The Clippers are minus 7.5, totals 228 and a hook. Both squads doing some nice stuff on the defensive end of the court. Clippers are in the top 5 in fewest points allowed. Miami's limiting opposing teams to just 42% from the field. Powell and Jack Ashonis are still banged up for Miami. Sanders and Miller out for the Clips. Clippers with unders in 2 out of their last 3. Miami saw unders against the likes of San Antonio and New York. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as today's extra daily pick on my premium page. But as far as making a free play is concerned, I like the under 228.5. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Bucks -6, over 235.5. Minnesota -8.5, under 229 and a hook. We're 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on my premium page. Utah +11, under 233. Washington +12, under 235. Rockets -12.5, under 226. Grizzlies +4.5, under 237. Nuggets -11, over 236.5. I like the over 234. Lakers Blazers. Give me the under 228.5 in that Heat Clippers matchup. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium page, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks, my Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.